So a common question I get asked is, how did you set up the rings at home? So I thought I'd share with you my setup. So I used 2 expander bolts. That doesn't mean that you should use the same setup as I did. So if you want to set up your rings at home, which I highly recommend, I'd recommend you to consult with a professional or even hire them to set up the rings for you. In addition to that, some small little recommendations would be as to not to have the bands in the way all the time. Just buy a hairband and wrap your band with a hairband. And this might be the best tip of the whole course, because the uneven rings will trigger your OCD. So what you do, if you are able, is that you take a stick, you put them in between the rings, and then you just adjust the rings until the stick is at level height. And that will save you a lot of mental energy and probably a lot of time too. And the final little recommendation about setting up the rings is when you're in a park, you can see when you have a beginner with the rings, because they usually toss the band over and over again and they can't get around the branch or whatever supported device they want to use. So what you do is you take this thick, heavy little metal piece, you wrap the band around it, and then you throw it like you would throw a stone over the branch, and you will hit it every time. And here's the thing, no one will be impressed, but you will be impressed by yourself, and I suppose that's something. So yeah, those are my tips and tricks when it comes to setting up the rings at home and in the park.